We return here on Old School Sports. Robert and Rick with you. So Muhammad Ali, the most iconic photo that we have, not even in Ali history, but sports history, came from when he fought Sonny Liston for the second time. And here is what many are saying was the phantom punch, and that possibly Sonny Liston took a dive. Real quick, let's all have a look, and then we'll discuss. I mean, look, as I'm watching this, he definitely made contact.
Yes.
It's not like there wasn't, it's not like he grazed him.
Yes.
And even the grazes, not to go real deep in this, but even the grazes on your temple will knock anybody out. So what many are pointing to is this. Fighting for the first time as Muhammad Ali took 1 minute 44 seconds to demolish Sonny Liston's attempt to recapture his world heavyweight title. The defeat effectively finished the career of Sonny Liston. Liston took the fighter known as Cassius Clay so lightly that he neglected to train for the bout. After a shocking and unexpected loss, many people figured the mob paid him to throw the fight. Losing his title was bad enough. Having people think the title was so little to him that he would sell it added insult to injury. He was being forced to sacrifice his future and his legacy in order to save the lives of his wife and child. Knowing that he must lose this fight, an angry and helpless Liston decided to do it on his own terms. Clay and Liston sparred 6 rounds at the Miami Convention Center, and Liston's decision to quit before the 7th raised red flags for the FBI, which at the time suspected the fight had been fixed by a Vegas gambler, according to the Times. And then here's the big one. Through a Freedom of Information Act request, the Times obtained the memos showing the Bureau's investigation. 2 gamblers who seemed to have insider knowledge before the upset. Lastly, The Devil and Sonny Liston author Nick Tosches quotes one gangster who was involved. This guy didn't just take a dive, he did a 1.5 off the high board. It was so bad I figured we blew everything. Oof. So there's a lot of, what caught me was the FBI investigating this. Did that do it for you?
Couple of things. First off, as you said, the punch did connect. Sonny Liston had an iron chin. So even if it knocked him down, if there was a longer clip, you'll see him flailing around on the ground. He would have got up at any other time. Secondly, Sonny Liston was murdered in Las Vegas, but they made it seem like an overdose. So the connections with the mob and the gambling, all of that is true. So I agree. I do believe this one was a dive. The only problem was Sonny was supposed to, take a couple of rounds. But he was like, I'm getting out of here early, getting my check, I'm out of here. So this is one that is, in the boxing community, is seen as, yes, it was a punch, but it was not a punch that would have knocked out the great Sonny Liston.
Right, and because of his iron chin, you would think that a quick right, he'd be able to get up, not immediately, but at least within 4 to 6 seconds.
The attempt of him trying to get up is what sold a lot of people on the dive. He looks like a video game or a cartoon character. And the punch simply was
like Mike Tyson's punch up.
Yeah, the punch was simply not that devastating to have you flailing around and rolling around. And they even gave him an extra count because they had a hard time finding the count. So he had like 14 seconds and still didn't get up.
Which has happened many times in the sport of boxing, as we certainly do know. Do you guys want full TYT episodes?
Yeah!
So download YouTube TV and get a 7-day free week trial.